Winski company in Lafayette wants people to know it is not a safe place for criminals. But sometimes it's difficult to determine ownership of the materials that are taken there for recycling.
2 historic bronze lights were taken from the Wells Memorial Library in Lafayette last week. Winski thinks they were sold and processed there shortly after.
The last thing we want is to be receiving stolen goods.
But unfortunately, that's what Oscar Winski believes happened after 2 men turned in bronze scraps last week.
It could have been a lot of different things.
These 2 stolen lights from the 1920s didn't look like this when they were possibly exchanged for money.
What they received were 4 straps with 2 round bales on it, so it didn't look like the ornate fixtures.
But when the Tippecanoe Arts Federation called Winski to ask about the lights on Friday, employees soon realized what those bronze items really were.
Everybody felt terrible about it once they found out what it was, but there was no way to know what it was at that point in time.
Winski says the suspects were questioned like all people who sell items here.
They said, "Hey guys, where did this come from? What is this?" And they said, "Hey, we just bought a house and we just found this down in the basement. And so we don't really know what it is, but we don't have a use for it, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it." Since
that seemed reasonable, Winski ended up giving the 2 men a couple $100s in exchange for the copper 2 parts.
What are you going to do? Because it didn't look like some historic piece.
Oscar Winski wants people to know they are being recorded the whole time. All transactions do require photo identification so they can go back and help police catch suspects.
It wasn't just a couple of young kids. It was a couple respectable kind of looking older gentlemen that had it.
Winski turned in everything to police, including multiple surveillance recordings and identification information.
We would dearly love to have all the thieves caught and for this to come to an end.
Lafayette police are still investigating the incident. We will update you if any arrests are made in the case.
Well, it's been a little dreary. Most